So I have got in the studio with me today Max. Hi Max.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Good, yeah. So you're going to be speaking to me today about some fundraising things that you've been doing in Weymouth.
That's correct. Yeah.
What are we calling this?
I'm Weymouth's biggest busk.
Weymouth's biggest busk. I've got Max in the studio. Hi Max.
Hi.
And you are from the open mic crew in Weymouth.
Yeah.
So you've been telling me a little bit about how you've been doing some fundraising in Weymouth called Weymouth's Big Busk.
Yep.
What is Weymouth's Big Busk?
So it's a group of us who perform at the Three Chimneys open mic. We've all got together and basically I normally busk, and we went out into Weymouth town for the fun and just busked for the whole day.
Really?
Yeah.
So how long were you there?
I think it was about 6 or 7 hours in the end.
Just out on like 6 or 7 hours outside in front of people, singing and raising money.
Yeah.
Doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you said that you've done a little bit of busking before. I could never busk because I just couldn't do it. That would scare me so much. How do you get the confidence to go out busking for even for like that long?
Basically, since I've little, I've always been into singing and performing, so it's sort of just come naturally that I thought, let's do it one day, and then I got into it really.
So you started off 1 or 2 times, and then does it get easier as you go along?
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. So with that, then you got involved in the open mic group. How many of you went busking from the open mic group?
8 of us.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, 8 of us.
And how did you all get together? Was it through that then that kind of all happened?
Yeah, we all met at the open mic, and then we've all said, I came up with the idea and I said, let's just do it. I told Dave and he said, yeah, let's do it, and then we sort of went out and did it.
That's fantastic. So what, do you all kind of different musical styles, or how did it work on the day?
So we were split up into groups of 2 or 3 of us, and then we sort of went with that. But yeah, we've all got different types of music we sing and stuff, yeah.
So it's kind of a lot more collabing and stuff on the day.
Yeah.
So maybe tell the listeners a little bit about some of the people who did it and what types of things they perform.
So we had Beth, who sings anything and everything, really. Yeah.
Got that talent doing everything.
Yeah. Asha, who was playing piano and singing as well. She performs all different stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Vicky plays piano, sings her own originals and some covers. We had Dave, who is phantom pianist, so he plays piano with a blindfold over his head.
Yeah, if you've ever seen Dave do that, I've seen him do it in Weymouth Town Centre a few times. He literally gets a bag and puts it over his head, and then is amazing on the piano.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, it's fantastic.
And funny as well.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
I saw him do it with a horse's head once.
Yep.
Very weird, but very good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Anybody else?
There was then Ty Penny, myself, Samantha Buchanan, and Mark as well. Yeah.
And was that just with a microphone, or did you have? How did you do it?
Asha, Vicky, and Dave had a piano. The rest of us had a speaker, a microphone, and our phones. And we were literally just plugging a microphone in, busking with our phones.
That's great. Whereabouts in Weymouth did you do it?
So we had our main spot at Nat West, and then we were by Lloyd's Bank and a few other shops in town as well.
Because that's right, the Nat West area is like right there in the centre.
Yeah.
Right, with the busy crowds and everything. Yeah. So how was it on the day? Did people respond quite well to what you were doing?
Everyone was enjoying it, definitely. Yeah, it was good.
Were there any sort of highlights from the day? Something that kind of stood out to you?
Probably when Asha got a £20 note, and Dave literally was getting pound coins. Asha then, from one person, someone walked up to her and handed her a £20 note straight up.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of the good things, I think.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So how did you get into performing and everything? Where did your journey start for you?
As soon as I could talk, I started singing, and then I've sort of got into it through that. I've joined a theatre school, and then gone through with that basically.
And did that kind of set you on to start doing music and things like that?
Yeah, definitely.
So then you got involved in the open mic night.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself busking on the streets of Weymouth.
Yeah.
So, you mentioned that you were doing this for a charity.
Yes.
Which charity was it?
Margaret Green Animal Rescue Charity. They've got charity shops all over Dorset and a rehoming centre as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fab. So how much money did you able to raise in the end?
In total, we raised £315.50 and gave £215.50 to Margaret Green, and then kept £100 for ourselves to go out for a meal because we've been going all day. I think most of us had literally had a £3 meal deal from Tesco or something.
Yeah.
So we went out and just had a dinner at the Three Chimneys.
Just to kind of like, you know what, well done guys, you did it. I think it's just really interesting to sort of see what inspired you to go out and do the busking in the first place. What was it you're thinking, I know, let's go out into a group of people on the streets and sing a load of songs and raise money for a charity?
I don't know really, I'd been busking in general, and the reason I got busking was because, just for the fun of it really, I've seen people doing it, I thought, why not try it? Mm-hmm. I did it, and then I said to Dave, because Dave busks as well, let's do it, and we just sort of went with it, and yeah.
So it's kind of like an idea that started off little small and then kind of built up steam and everything.
Yeah.
It's fantastic as well that you were able to get so many people involved in the project.
Yeah, it was good.
Especially from the sort of open mic crew and everything.
Yeah, there's about 20 of us who regularly perform at the open mic, I'd say.
For those who don't know, where is the open mic night? Where is it? When does it happen?
Every other Friday at the Three Chimneys down in Weymouth, underneath Hotel Mon Ami.
Right, okay. So if you do want to know about it, it's every other Friday at the Three Chimneys. I like it. James Arthur with Say You Won't Let Go here on Air 107.2. You were just telling me, Max, that that song actually had quite a bit of a meaning for you.
Yeah.
What was that?
So I sang it at my parents' wedding when they got married, and yeah, it's sort of become my song there, and then I've changed it to a mashup as well of Say You Won't Let Go and Script Man Who Can't Be Moved as well.
So you know it really, really well then?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah.
So what types of things because you perform yourself, don't you, Max?
Yes, yeah.
What type of things do you like performing?
Pop music mainly.
Mostly pop.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you mentioned that you also do like little bits of mashups and stuff, because it's kind of like a great way, or I enjoy mashups anyway, because it's like a way of taking something you already know but then giving your own little spin to it.
Yeah, can be quite nice sometimes with certain songs that work well together. It's good.
You also have the confidence to go busking yourself.
Yeah.
So how do you find that? Because I always think that like you need a lot of confidence to go out and do busking.
Yeah, you do, but you sort of get used to it after a while. Like once you've done it 5 or 6 times, it sort of becomes normal to you after a while.
I like also when we were off air, Max mentions that because he does so much busking in Weymouth, people recognise him on the streets of Weymouth.
Even when I'm not busking, I do get it sometimes. Oh look, it's the boy who busks, and yeah.
You should just call yourself that, the boy who busks.
Yeah. New name.
That's it. Definitely do it. So, with the whole sort of open mic crew and your big busk in Weymouth, what happened after you did it all? Because you obviously put so much work in for the day.
Yeah.
You raised all this money for the charity. Which charity was it?
Margaret Green Animal Rescue.
So, what happened sort of after that?
We went to the beach, we counted it up, we went into the charity shop to actually give it, basically I had to find any item in there that was really cheap. So the first thing I saw that was cheap was a £1 dog bowl. So I got that, and yeah, the lady who was working in the shop happened to actually be the shop manager.
Oh, great.
So yeah, she was really shocked, but it was good. It was good.
So were they expecting you to go in, or was it a complete surprise?
It was a complete surprise, and it was actually quite good. Where she'd seen us busk as well, so it sort of helped as well. Yeah.
That's great. So she kind of saw you out and about doing your thing.
Yeah.
Probably didn't think anything else of it. And then you guys come in. Was it all of you walk in?
Yes, we all went in sort of like groups, and I was one of the first in actually, and yeah, basically I walked up to the desk, everyone gets their phones out. She didn't notice until I did it, and then she went, "Whoa, look at all these phones!" Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
I like that as well. You were like, I'm going to find the cheapest item in this charity shop, which was a £1 dog bowl.
Yeah.
Which works because it was an animal charity as well. I think that's great.
Yeah.
And what, you just kind of said, oh, and here's a load of money for this dog bowl.
I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have £1. I've only got £211.50. Yeah.
So what was their reaction when you handed over the money?
She was like, so I can take this then? She was like, then jokingly put it back on the table, and Dave was like, yeah. She was like, really? It was funny. Yeah, it was good.
That's fantastic. So you probably, like, completely changed their day.
Yeah. From
what it was. Because that's kind of near the end of the day as well.
It was literally 20 minutes before the shop was due to shut. We went and did that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
And it kind of, completely shifted the day for them to kind of not expect anything like that. And then from a £1 dog bowl, did you take the dog bowl home?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Have you got a dog for the dog bowl?
Yes, luckily.
That's good then.
Yeah.
So it's gone to a good home.
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Bear.
Bear.
Yeah.
So Bear's now got a new dog bowl.
Yeah.
An expensive dog bowl, but it was well worth it.
Definitely.
I like it. Fantastic. So how can this has all happened? How can people get involved with your project of the Big Busk now that, because it's already done?
Yeah.
But there are still ways that people can get involved with it.
Yeah, so you can come to the open mic and join us, or you can donate as well to the charity, and yeah. We're planning on doing another one as well. It's on the ideas list of doing another one, so if you do start coming to the open mic as well, you can get involved with the next one. So
great. So there's lots of ways to get involved. First of all, the open mic night, which is
every other Friday at the Three Chimneys.
The charity, how they're online?
They're on Facebook.
Okay.
And they've got their own Instagram, and they've got their website as well.
Okay, and that's the Margaret Green Animal Rescue Charity shop.
Yes.
Okay, and then you mentioned there might be some more big busks happening in Weymouth as well.
Potentially.
So watch this space. You could see Max the busking boy out there doing it with the open mic crew, doing it large.
Yeah.
And there's also a video online as well.
Yes, there's a video on Dave's Facebook of the whole day and what we got up to, basically, yeah.
It's a good video as well. It's actually literally called We Bought...
The £200 dog bowl.
Yeah, the £200 dog bowl.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great. So if you do want to check out the video, it is on the David Days music producer Facebook page.
Yes. And then it's also been shared to my pages as well, so you can also find it on there. That's the Busking Boys.
Is it your Facebook page?
That's my
the Busking Boys.
Yes.
And you can actually see what they got up to and how it all went down on the day.
Yep.
What were people's reactions with what you got up to with the Big Busk?
So on the day, we told no one about what we were doing.
Okay.
Only friends and family knew about it, and then at the end of the day it was plastered, 2 days later it was plastered all over Facebook, and everyone's like, oh, I saw you, oh yeah, and yeah.
I love that because the nice thing about Weymouth is it's quite small, so we really have got that great community feel here.
Yeah.
And so being able to go out there, a lot of people can see you and just see, and it kind of brings that whole community feel to it, because we're all sort of involved, and you'd be like, actually, I saw that guy in Weymouth.
Yeah.
Busking! It's the busking boy right there.
Yeah.
Great, so it's great to hear that you've got sort of plans going on into the future. There's sort of more things happening.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that a lot of the open mic crew go to the open mic night, so people can go there and see a lot of you guys performing.
Yeah, so if you didn't want to perform, you can also come down and just watch what we get up to.
So you can either go down to watch, or if you are confident enough, you could go down to perform as well.
Yeah, we've had anyone and everyone perform, really. So we've got comedy acts, singers, we've had a drummer and pianist as well. So I think we've also had flute and sax as well. So it's got a wide variety of what we get up to.
So it doesn't have to be like one thing.
No.
As long as you've got a talent that you can share with a microphone, I'm assuming you could do it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's great. Journey and Don't Stop Believing here on Air 107.2, chosen by Max, who's in the studio from the open mic crew.
Yeah, that was one I chose, yeah.
Why is that song important to you guys? Because you mentioned that this one kind of had a bit of significance to it.
Yeah, so at the open mic, sometimes we, for a bit of fun, just all get together and perform. Sometimes we've got a drummer that comes in, Dave plays piano, and then very rarely we have someone else on the bass as well. So we'll basically have one microphone and we just pass it around between all of us and sing like a bit of it each.
Oh, fab.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to take a song that kind of means a lot to you and then also do it at the busking day as well.
Yeah, it was Valerie and this song we sung together, and a few others we sang there on the day together in the by NatWest.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and talking to me today all about the great fundraising efforts you've been doing. It sounds really, really good, and it sounds like you had a great time.
Yeah, thank you for letting me be on your show as well.
No problem. I'm glad to have you, because Max was in the other week when we did the David Day's magician thing.
Yeah.
And Max was so much help because we had like a problem with the phone line and he was helping to kind of do everything. So
Yeah.
Max is very talented in all the things he does.
Thank you.
So just to remind people again, how can they continue to support all this fundraising effort that you've done, all the hard work that you've done?
They can pop on down to the open mic at the Three Chimneys, or they can have a look on David Day's video and music producer Facebook, or donate to the charity as well.
Fantastic. So it's all on there. You can head over, so it's David Day's music producer on Facebook.
Yep.
The video's on there, the information about the open mic nights.
Yep.
That's the best place to go. You can see everything right there. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been great having you on.
Thank you.
And big thank you to David Days for putting it all together.
Yeah, definitely. Big thank you to Dave. He's been really good for me and for the crew and everyone, yeah.
And watch this space. You might be seeing Max and the crew out in Weymouth sometimes. Go and say hi. They love it.
Yeah.